my beautiful train wrecks. This is Jill.
And me.
Tom's in the background cleaning a shelf for me. Yay. But it's time to dekit the queen. Aww. I will show you her at the end because she will obviously need a lot more room. So we are working with OBS and trying to figure it out. So we're just gonna go with this. It's a little dark, shady, moody lighting. Um, but it's Mother's Day in America today. And I know what you're thinking, Jill. Why are you doing this on Mother's Day? Why not? I want to get this dekitted so I can kit up something else.
Yes, that's what she loves to do.
And this is what I love to do. And the boys are doing all the cooking today for his mom, Lana. Hi, Ma. Love you. Happy Mother's Day. And for Lana and I tonight for dinner. So they're doing everything for me today. So I can just do what I love. And that's diamond painting. Okay.
And it's clean out the camper day.
Yeah, and it's cleaning out the camper day. Getting the camper ready. Because next Friday we are out of here. Yes. So, I'm going to try to do this with glasses on.
Oh, Lord.
I know. It's challenging. And of course, this diamond painting and Steampunk Kitty, both of them, it is war between the cats and the trashy diamonds. Every time I turn around, they were either running off with the lids, or they were knocking the whole case over and diamonds are spilling everywhere because I did not close my lid. I just like, oh, I'll get back to it, and I just closed the whole thing. Well, then they would knock it over, open the lid. That's what I get for not putting on the bottles and not closing the diamond case. So if you have cats, they love these things.
The lid's more or less loose.
Yes, but
Oh,
so this is all the trash. And I know there was more, but there wasn't like half of a pot. This actually was a good kit.
And they had their tray. They like your trays because they were on the floor this morning.
Yeah, they like the trays. So let me move Beatrice, Honeycut, Honeybum. So I can, and yeah, I have no way other than doing this so, other than you seeing every once in a while the corner of the face. It's just how it is. So I'm just going to dump the little handful in here. And what am I going to do with these diamonds, since most of these are ones that have no DMC on them? They were back from the original diamond paintings I was starting to doing now like 3 years ago. So these diamonds and all of their pretty glory, see how pretty they are, may end up being Christmas ornaments, like filling them with the diamonds. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to decide what to do. But yes, I just store them in this lovely generic topping bowl. Works for me. And then Miss Beatrice can go over there and sit in the shadows. She's peeping on us. She's in the shadows. So, I painted this side pretty. I left this side only one coat because I know peeling these labels, I was going to mess up this finger polish. So, I'm just doing this. And then when I'm done, I will put a second coat on. I was trying to be smart last night when I was painting. Does anybody else have this problem? You use fingernail polish, because I do have some of the like these ones that are the paint, but they already come in like pre-packaged and you just put them on your finger. I have some of those. And I thought, well, I've been like holding my breath the last 3 weeks because I'm just trying to get the sticky off of here. I'm gonna have to use another. I'll show you what I do. I've been holding my breath because I've got the tiniest little bit of nails. You can see them barely sticking over. This is the longest. I've already broke this one. This is the longest that I've had nails in forever, and they're still short, but they're paintable. And I have been doing a lot of stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is when I'm gonna break a nail. This is when I'm gonna break a nail. The only thing different that I have done is I've added a multivitamin, over 50 multivitamin. And you know, I take other vitamins as well, and biotin and all of that, because I've been wanting to try to break the vicious cycle of, oh, this is a new color. We have a new color. Oh, Tom, you're going to have to be very useful indeed. I got a new color.
Plans are on
I
hold.
got a new color. Yes, your plans are on hold. So that means you can do the peel off?
May I have a pen, please?
Oh, look at how polite he's being. You can have a pen. And you can even peel the labels off if you want to.
Now that I don't have nails no more.
Why did you cut them? Oh, don't you put a pen on top of that diamond penny? $3.72.
372.
Yay, we got a new color. The first one is a new color. Gotta love it. But, so I've been like, oh, don't break it now. So I think maybe it's the over 50 vitamin plus the other vitamins I take. Maybe I have solved the issue with the fibromyalgia peeling my nails, because like they peel way back. I had another toenail 2 days ago, Sir Thomas, the useful tank engine I haven't told you about. It almost peeled off again.
Where's your sticker?
Isn't he being so demanding on Mother's Day?
No, it
Making
says
me
whatever.
work?
Well, if I've got to work, I need the stuff to work with. Can I have Honeycut?
Beatrice?
Well,
Beatrice!
she's got so many different names.
It's on a sticker on the side. It's okay. She's our train wreck family. So yes, you're just gonna see me. I can't help it. To get a good angle, I have to sacrifice. Okay, so this one is gonna need the little sticky trick. Sticky trick. Actually, I'm gonna do this as well because I know what he's gonna need next. If you give a mouse,
Miss Betty.
Betty.
She's clawing up the
Oh no!
wall.
If you give a Thomas a pen, he is going to need stickers. If you give him stickers, then he's gonna need a tray. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take these out, beat him to it. Sir Thomas, I award you with tray.
Right, just put 'em on your
No,
diamond
don't put
penny.
it on the diamond penny.
It's gonna hurt it.
Well, we haven't rolled it yet, and I know there was some loose diamonds, so we may see one that pops up. But we may have to pull out of that. But we'll cross that. That is a problem for a later time. 402. So, I have nails. Yay. But I noticed the last time I used fingernail polish, all the fingernail polish peeled off of it. So, but I don't have the little put your hands through and it kind of like bakes your fingernail polish on.
You didn't tell me we had another one.
Oh,
400 is another one. We
well,
don't have mine.
that's the one that I told you.
No, that was 3. The first one was the one. The second one we didn't have
Oh,
it
yay! 2 new colors.
either. At least it was not marked on the sheet.
Okay, 2 new
I'll put
colors.
it that way.
And there were some that I accidentally skipped over, and then I realized, oh, I should be marking those off the list, and I didn't. So that may be one of them. So you're just gonna have to. That one we do have. Upside down pots we do. 422. But you still might want to recheck it. Actually,
And the sound that you hear in the background with the chainsaw,
that's our neighbors.
the neighbors behind us are taking out an old fence.
Yeah.
And putting in new fence posts.
Another new one. Woo, the queen is giving us a bunch of new ones. What can I say about her that I haven't said already as I'm kidding her down? She's not going in the logbook because we have no idea. I know we bought her
We bought her almost a year ago.
2 years ago. It wasn't last Oktoberfest. It was the year before. It was right before we got the pandemic. So 2 years ago we bought her. And yeah, you might want to check them all because this is a new color too. So do we have any ideas? No. No clue where we bought her. Absolutely none. We know how many colors. We know her size. That's all we know.
I think this was.
It wasn't. Oh, another color.
It was either Amazon or Temu.
Oh no, that's not a. I picked up the wrong one. Okay, but I don't know like what shop. I don't know anything because she sat in my storage thing for a long time. She was still alive. I think it was after her Diamond Jubilee because I said, ooh, I would love that. So 2 years ago now. And I don't know anything. I'm sorry. Because at that time we were just getting stuff and doing them. We didn't even really think much. I had already had a channel, or I had already started doing it, and then I'm like, no. I got sick, and I was just like, no. No, man, no. So, because I couldn't figure it out. Couldn't get it. And also, too, I was self-conscious about a lot of things. That I'm not as self-conscious now, but there's still things. Okay, so, yeah. So that's all I know about her. Let me address the self-consciousness. Has anybody ever lost 200 pounds? Like over, like a bigger amount, 100 to 200 pounds. Did your face go through that awkward stage? Mine is. And I've got the wrinkles, like, I got wrinkles right here that are really weird, but as I'm losing more weight, they're going. It was just that initial, that initial face seems a little, how would I say, distorted a little?
Older.
Yeah, definitely older.
That's probably what a lot of it is.
The fat has made me, losing the weight has made me look older. And I'm not afraid of being older. See? I'll give you a little bit of a look. See? Hi.
She's finding her lip.
I'm finding my lip.
She cannot say she doesn't have a lip.
I'm finding my upper lip now that I'm losing weight.
Eventually she'll
But, like, I'll let you guys see. Like, my rosacea is really bad. See? It's all red. And whenever I'm in a flare, And like I'm starting to get the liver spots and stuff on my face and wrinkles and stuff. And I'm not. Tom can verify. Am I one of those people that worry about makeup and hair and all of that? Am I one of those, Thomas?
Not as much as you used to be.
No.
Because I don't.
You know, it's like bald spot. I have bald spots. Bald spots is just from, I once. Hi. It's my child. Bend forward, child. Oh no, I'm getting a Mother's Day hug. Did you just wake up?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting snuggles for Mother's Day. I'm recording, but that's okay.
Oh, you get your hug no matter what. It's Mother's Day.
Yeah. Yeah. I love you.
Love you too.
I have got the best son any mom could ever wish for. Let me tell you about it.
The moment I wake up, I go right to hug her because it's Mother's Day.
Let me tell you about my child. I had a high-risk pregnancy. And after, like, I fainted once at work when I was 2 months in. When I started doing the morning sickness, I had terrible morning sickness. They put me to bed at like 3 weeks in. And I got sick and I lost 20 pounds. And with 8 weeks to go, December, that day in December that lives in infamy. Well, yeah, he broke my water. With 8 weeks to go. So I'm in the hospital. No, baby. I'm in the hospital. 8 weeks to go. Broken water. So I held him 2 weeks in the hospital in intensive care. Oh, another one. And they put me in a room where they could do emergency surgery if they needed to. So, yeah.
I put all your laundry.
And after about a week of not being able to go out and walk or do anything, they granted me a 20-minute day out of my room, but I had to be in a wheelchair. Well, 6 weeks to go, contractions began. And this was the second round of contractions. And they told me, you're going to have a baby today. And I was like, okay. So he gave me a beautiful exit only. He took the wrong exit because he became breech. And when I mean by breech, I mean he was like this. Butt down, head here, legs here. He's like this. So, obviously, with no water, or I should say very little water, they couldn't move him. He had a little pocket that made it safe enough for me to hold him. He had a pocket. And they told me drink. They gave me a lot of fluids because they wanted this baby to stay in and cook a little longer. So, I became super mom.
But I was stubborn.
So, they told me at 5:30 that at 6:05 there'd be a baby. But then there was more of an emergency popped up, so it was okay if, I was doing okay enough to let another mom go in who was really a lot worse than me. They were afraid they were going to lose her. So I'm like, no, help her. Don't worry about me. I'm good for another half hour or so. So at 6 o'clock, they came and said, okay, we're going to take you in 6:30 and he will be born. We'll be able to get him out in exactly 6 minutes. So this was Christmas time. So they wheeled me back, and they're like, okay, we're going to keep you awake, but we're going to give you a spinal injection. A spinal block. Like, okay, that's fine. I'm cool with it. So, they prep me and they get me in there and they do 1 shot in my spine. It didn't take. Now, if anybody can fast forward to now, know medicines don't react. Alcohol doesn't react. You know. So, 7 shots later, they were going to keep doing it until it worked. 7 shots. I'll tell you the aftermath of those in a minute. So, I'm like, oh my goodness. So, if anybody's ever had shots in their spine, no. It's not good. But they couldn't do anything because they wanted me to be awake during this. So, 7 shots later, they finally got it to where I couldn't feel anything. They got me down, strapped me in. They thought I was fine. Oh no. Midway through, I'm like, ow? Like, that's impossible, ma'am. I'm like, call me Jill. And, I'm like, no, it's possible. And they're like poking my feet and I couldn't feel anything. And they're like, usually the first thing you feel is your feet. They're poking my feet. They're like, you're not even here. I have like if your foot's here and you tickle your foot, I wasn't even having that reflux. So I'm like, but I'm feeling my stomach. So they're like, okay, tell me what you're feeling. And I'm like, stabbing. Feels like someone is ripping me apart. And the anesthesiologist comes over with a needle and says, you're going to go night-night. But if you want to stay awake, you can stay awake. But we're going to try to, yeah. So they gave me medicine. And I ended up staying awake. But I didn't really feel as much. I could still feel, but it was manageable. I could handle it. So I got to see him. It was a blur because I had my glasses off, but I did get to see him. And they rushed him off. So it's like, okay, I'll be able to see him soon. Wrong. So they told me, since I had had so much anesthesia and shots and stuff, they really wanted me to be put on a monitor in case I'd have trouble breathing, because it's not healthy to do what they did. And I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. I can wait till tomorrow if I have to. And so they took pictures of him. They took Polaroid pictures of him for me. So here I am with a Polaroid picture, and I had everybody go down there and at least see him, you know, because we didn't know. We knew he had hyaline membrane disease. His chest was concave because his lungs weren't even developed. He had an eye that was weird, and it wasn't a lazy eye.
It was just a birth defect.
It was just a birth defect. That he's now learned to control.
I can't call it that's why I'm so insistent it's called a birth defect.
Yeah.
Not a lazy eye. I can control
He
the
can
thing.
control it, and he went to a specialist, and they confirmed that yes, indeed. Something about he wasn't in there long enough to for something that attaches to the eye to develop all the way. But as he grew, it kind of developed, so now he can control it, but
I can purposely make it go
right.
Crazy.
They said he could have surgery for it, but if he had surgery, then when he turned 21, he'd have to have it again. And I'm like, no. So I've always said to him, if you want it, we can do it. If not, it's fine. And he's like, no. He's fine with it. And I'm perfectly fine with it, too, because that's how I've known him
I'm
So-
perfectly happy with only ever having a broken collarbone and no other major surgeries other than a car accident.
He's had no surgeries. They were even able to fix his foot that kind of curved in a little bit by just having him not sit, they call it crisscross applesauce, having his legs sit all the time out and then moving his feet. And that worked. That's all that it took. And then once he got to where he was walking, he got stiff leather soled shoes, those really thick ones that babies have when they're very very little. He wore those, and then he had to switch to a certain tennis shoe. It was a higher priced tennis shoe, but it had thicker sides. And then he had to wear those for a while, and then his legs corrected. His feet corrected.
My feet did. My ankles never did.
Yeah, but his
So
feet
I
did.
will twist my ankle every so often.
So he did have most of his issues he can either control or they have been corrected. So we're good there. So the one thing that happened because of all those shots is I had to be put on a machine all night to make sure I was breathing because I had had so much. And the kicker of it is, usually you wear off at the feet, they told me. No, I wore off head or like shoulder down. Go figure. And like the next day, I still couldn't feel my feet, so they had to wheelchair me down to see him. And all that night, I had to be told, Jill, breathe, Jill, breathe, Jill, breathe, because I would just not breathe. I wasn't in any danger. I just had to be reminded to breathe because my lungs didn't. I would forget to breathe. Yay, that was fun. That was an enjoyable night for my family in ICU,
And this is why she
telling me to breathe.
Why do you look at me when you say that?
And now
Because I had to tell you the same thing.
and this is why she does not do anesthesia on
Very well.
anything else.
No, I have a thing. It's weird. They don't know how to explain it. It's just my body does not react normally. And like even with medicines, if I use the same medicine for too long, my body just says, nope, I'm not going to let it work for you anymore. So yes, I am enjoyable. Thank you, fibromyalgia. You keep me on my toes. But there's one thing that I think is the most precious thing of all. Two things. Gonna embarrass him a little bit, but okay. I'm going to tread delicately on this matter. I wanted a boy. My ex-husband wanted a girl. So we were like divided, boys, girls. So when we got the ultrasound, he proved very well that he was a boy, that he was excited to be a boy. Let's just say that. Everybody laughed in that room when we seen the ultrasound because he was proud to be a little boy, catch my drift.
He was happy.
He was a happy boy. But we're going to leave it at that because I don't want anything. Yeah. We're going to leave it at that.
You're treading on having editor edit something.
No, because this is not an edit. This is one I do by myself, so I have to tread
You're
very
monetized
carefully.
if you don't.
Right, I have to tread very carefully how I word that, but I think you
Not
guys...
monetized anyway.
I think you guys all understand what I'm trying to say. A happy boy. Yes. I gave you a hint there. So, and then about, a week after my water broke, I was in the bathroom.
Blizzard.
And I'm like cleaning myself off. And I notice a hair. Now this hair did not belong to me. It was about that long and curly. And I went to the nurse. It's like, look, sorry, it's gross, nurse, but look, that's not me. What is that? And she went out, she looked at my chart, she came back in, and she goes, I think that's your baby's hair. And I went, you've got to be kidding me. She goes, your water's broke. That's your baby's hair. Because she looked at me, because I'm not shy. I'm like, well, it's not me. So she looked at me. She goes, no, it's not you. So that's your baby's hair. So she was the sweetest. I had the sweetest nurses ever. So she took the paper, the toilet paper, and she picked off the hair, washed it, dried it, pat it dry, and she saved it on like a gauze piece and would tape it. So every time there was new hair, the nurses knew to take the paper and gather the hair, wash it, and tape it. So I have a lock of Philip's baby hair before he was born.
Hey, Mom,
Yes.
would you mind moving your diamond balls real quick? I'm going to see if I can get the other mother on camera.
Okay.
Because this might be the only chance.
Okay. Come forth. Let's see if we can get her. This is our other mama. Nope.
Never
Nope.
mind.
Never mind.
It's always a rare occurrence if she wants to be anywhere.
Yeah. So, okay, we're good. So I'll figure it out. So, I had baby hair of Philip before he was born. Isn't that adorably sweet? I still have it. It's in his baby book. Yeah. So I knew. Yeah. It was very sweet. So I kept it. I mean, it was washed. They cleaned it for me. So, and it's in a baggie. But the nurses I had, I went to, at that time, it used to be Methodist Hospital, where I was born. But Clareton Hospital, and then IU Hospital. So, yeah.
Well, they're all local this morning.
So, yeah.
Sitting there making bread. I couldn't figure out who's.
Can you not have a conversation this far into the mic? They're having a conversation while I'm talking, saying
5
important
feet
things.
away from it.
No, I was just telling him to stop shaking his fist in front of Cece. You don't shake fist to Cece.
Yeah. Don't you shake a fist Mother's Day on Mama. So, I gotta put these in order now because Mama kind of put them out of order a little bit, but that's okay. I love Mama. I love Mama anyway.
He shook his fist at Cece, not Charlotte.
Oh, Cece.
Yeah.
So, yes, I knew what, and I even remember, and they literally did get him out in exactly 6 minutes, even with all the trouble. And they were playing Silent Night, and he was born at 6:36 p.m. 5 pounds 4 ounces, 17.5 inches long. The doctor kept telling me, you're gonna have a big baby if you hold him to term. It's gonna be a big baby. And in all the babies in the NICU at that weight or at that age and weight were like 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds, and I have a 5 pound 4 ounce baby. Yeah. So, but I met some amazing nurses and some amazing people, and I was even allowed to, they call it kangaroo care. mama's babies when, like, there was one mom that lived out of state and she just had to go home for an emergency of some kind. I don't know. And we had been talking, and she had twins, and she goes, I have to go back. Will you watch my babies for me? I'm like, sure. I will give them all the love that I give my son. So she told the nurses for me to kangaroo care them. So anybody that was up there with me was allowed to take a baby. So, because Philip couldn't, he was on event. So we couldn't do that for him yet. So I was able to kangaroo care for the babies that didn't have their mamas. And right next to him, and I think about this baby so much, there was this little baby. He didn't even have a last name posted. All I know is that the mama was under 18. That's the only thing they could tell me. And they called him Chance because he had a 50-50 chance to live. And they couldn't handle seeing the baby. He was only 1 pound, almost 2 pounds. He just literally fit in your hand. And I would go up to that baby every time, because I was in that NICU a lot. The nurses and I, we were buddies. Christmas I was released Christmas Eve. I went home, I seen my family, and then I went back. And I spent Christmas with the nurses, and I gave them Christmas presents, a really pretty Precious Moments necklace. All the nurses where I was in the NICU got Precious Moments angel nurses necklaces. And we spent New Year's. I brought up like the Welch's grape juice that looks like in a champagne bottle. We all did a toast for the babies. But yeah. And then actually when the people got back, I was in the process of kangarooing a child. And then I'm trying to remember who was up there with me. Somebody else was up there with me too. And we both had a baby, and the mom came in and she took snapshots of us giving love to their twins. So there was a few that I really bonded with because we were all moms with very sick babies. And yeah, there was only one that we all cried. We all cried. All the moms cried. The nurses cried. There was a wee one that didn't make it. And, you know, when you see a wrapped baby in a white blanket, you going into a room, you knew what that meant. And the people would come out, and of course us being moms, you know, we went over and we consoled them. And yeah, that was the hardest part. Was that family. But the mamas and the daddies were there. We consoled them. And yeah, we got to say goodbye to the baby too, because you walk around NICU and you talk to all the babies. So, you know, even though it wasn't long, but in that situation, you never know from day to day if that baby was going to be there. So, and if that parent would have to endure something painful. So we all kind of like we all were buddies. We all were. And of course you cheer when the babies leave. And it took Philip 2 tries. The first time he sat in his seat, because they make you have to have first aid. If you don't know how to do it, you got to be able to do CPR to take a baby home. And so, yes, we all knew, you know, my family knew that, so that was no problem. And then he had to go home with a monitor, so we had to know how to do the monitor and what to do. Oh, this one doesn't have what to do if the monitor goes off. You have to flick their feet and everything, the ins and out of these monitors. So we had to do that. And the first time he sat in the chair in the car seat, he didn't pass. He did not graduate. So we had to wait a little longer. And then the second try, he got it and he got to go home. So yeah, that first time was nerve-wracking, because we kept having issues with the patches and stuff. So we had a lot of false alarms and stuff. So yeah. But I did try to breastfeed. But there's a problem with that. How do you... Obviously, you have to pump. But when you don't have a baby, and all you have is a picture, well, challenging. Because they gave me pictures of him to try to help that go along. Well, I was able to a little, so he got a little. But I ended up getting an infection, a nasty infection. I couldn't even hardly walk. I had to be wheelchaired because my uncle started having, we didn't know what it was. So here I am, I'm trying to go from NICU to see my uncle. So I adore my uncle. I miss him so much. I'd have to go back and forth, and finally I couldn't walk anymore. I just couldn't, because all my stitches, internally and external, both got infected. Nasty infection. And I'm crying, and the chaplain come up to me because he seen I was crying, and he thought something happened to my son, because the chaplain was so sweet to all the mamas and daddies. And he goes, well, Mrs. Rybold at the time, is your baby okay? I'm like, yeah, I think I've got something wrong, and I'm hurting, and stuff smells, and I'm trying to get to my uncle. He's in ER, and so he grabbed a wheelchair, and he wheelchaired me down to see my uncle, and he went in. He goes, he asked my uncle if he wanted prayer, and of course my uncle said yes. So we're all in ER, and David's like, well, you need to be with your baby, not me, I'm okay. So very thankfully, the chaplain took me back to Philip, and he would do reports on my uncle for me, so I could be at two places at once, but yet not be at two places at once. The chaplain there was amazing. So the chaplain that was at Methodist Hospital in 1997, I still so much appreciate you. So yeah, and yeah, and then also too, there was a beautiful nun, St. Vincent's Hospital, in 1997. I have to thank her too, because before I knew, I had said that I had passed out. I passed out at work, and they found me, and they rushed me to St. Vincent's. It would be 86th Street, so Carmel, St. Vincent's Carmel, I think.
No, it's just
86th Street, St. Vincent's in Indianapolis. And she sat with me, and we prayed, and we talked about life, and she was absolutely amazing. So wherever you are, I still am so thankful for you. So yeah, that is the story of my son, the good, the bad, the lovely, and we have been thick as thieves since then. He is one of my, well, actually, yes, one of my very first best friends. Really best friends, you know. Yeah. It's different when it's your child than compared to like friends from school. My first thick as thieves best buddy. I took care of him and now he takes care of me. So yeah. So I really don't want to say any more because I'll cry. But yeah. So with that, happy Mother's Day. Even though you'll be seeing this late, it'll be past Mother's Day. But happy Mother's Day. And I'm thankful that you all are watching. And that you're my beautiful train wrecks. And to all the mamas and all the animal mamas and all the dads doing double duty. Bye. Love you. Hugs and kisses. See you later. Say bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
I was doing the Diquette. I forgot to show her. So, yeah. I'm going to have to either put this video out one after the other or try to learn to edit to put them together. I don't know. Back to back. Maybe by the time that it comes up to do, Wyatt will have taught me or be over here and he can show me. But this is Queen Elizabeth II, all finished. Isn't she gorgeous? And look at those sparkles. Look at the sparkles. She is so sparkly. Let me move her down a little bit so you can see. Look at that. But I had so much fun. I'm kind of sad that it's over. But sorry. But yeah, she's all done. Look at that. And I'm trying to decide if I want to frame or if I want to dry mount. What is your guys' experience in framing versus dry mount? Yeah. It's going to be the same price either way. But I want her to be the most beautiful queen the world has ever known. So yeah. We are going to seal her because we have diamonds that like to escape. They're not popping. They just like to move around a little bit, especially along the edges. So, and I want her to last a very, very long time. So she may get sealed, or she will get sealed. I'm just kind of looking around to see if there's any diamonds that popped up because she was rolled.
Yeah, yours wasn't wrapped as long.
I don't see anything.
Baby,
Yeah.
up in her hairline, there's some fuzz. I was trying to see if that was a glare.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fuzz. Thank you. That, and it come back. It's cat hair. It's
Oh,
cat
okay.
fuzz.
I thought it was a glare. I'm sitting there going,
Yeah. But she is so. I think she's kept all of her diamonds.
Yep.
I believe so. There's only one thing that I did not like. Starting about right here, there was like a row of 6 diamonds. Right here. I kept. I don't know if you'll be able to see. But right there. If I can get light on her. Come on. Nope, you're not going to be able to see. Okay. You'll have to go from further back. Let me roll her up a little bit. But right there is the corner. Can we see? Right there's a little black. This was like 3 rows of this dark. And I'm like, did somebody pop her in the face? You know? Why so much? Uh-oh. I'm moving stuff. Why so much? I'm moving. I'm going to go further down. So I want you guys to see her up close. Pardon. 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 I want you to see her a little bit further up. So I had her rolled on a... Okay. But see, sorry, right here, that dot, they had that same color going in a big, or not big, but diamond painting. It's a square right there. See where it's still kind of dark? It's because it was really dark, but I went ahead and put 6 red diamond paintings because it makes more sense than to have that part dark. At least it's red. It just looks a little darker. It was bugging me. It was bugging me. So yeah, there she is. A little bit closer. There she is. Oh my goodness. So sparkly. And this did not have an AB. No ABs. It's just the diamonds. And I wish I knew what company it was. We just got it just off of the internet. I wish I knew. I don't. It's been 2 years now. Yeah. I wanted it to do it on her birthday. And who knew she was going to pass away? But I was not in physical shape to sit that long to do a painting this big. But so this year, in honor of her birthday, I wanted to do it. This is Mother's Day and I'm finishing it completely. I was a couple weeks late, but I tried. So yeah, that's her. All done. So hopefully you have enjoyed listening to all the documentaries about her that we did. Hopefully you went over to rct.uk and royal.uk and learned so much and seen pictures and everything. So with that, she's already been rolled, so she's ready to probably get rolled back.
Keep going, but I think I found her.
Oh, he thinks he's
I
found.
think you got her on AliExpress.
Did I get her on that? He's looking to see. So yeah, but isn't the necklace so pretty? And her tiara. So yeah. And the only thing I can think of here was maybe, no, that's got to be something on her dress because the lining of her stole is those colors. So that had to be something that was on her dress. Okay.
I think we found her on AliExpress.
Okay. We found her. He had to do some searching. We found her on AliExpress. So,
We have a bunch of them.
so there she is. There's, right there. There she is. So it turned out pretty lifelike. And on here there is a little bit of shade right there. But I just didn't like that. So I changed it. Because you know what? Hey, it's my painting. But yes. That's her. So yes. It says on here $10.71, but it's on $5.03. So I'm sure we paid the $10. Yeah.
You can see all the different ones they have.
Yeah. Because this one is for a square, but it's the same. Yeah. So yeah, we just got the round version, so I'm sure it was a little bit different in price, but not much. But yeah, we got her on AliExpress. So yeah, thank you for looking that up for me. And if you will give me that, I'm going to roll her up. And I think we kept the box for the trees. Do we
For the what?
keep the tree box over there? I think I kept it just for her. Every tree's got a soul box. If not, we'll just. But I think I kept it because I wanted to keep it for her, so I could keep her boxed up until we figured out what we were going to do. I gotta make this kind of tight. Yes, we did. Okay. I am going to clamp her up if I can, if it'll let me. I am going to clamp her up.
There's some clip.
I wanted the bigger clamps.
You want the white ones?
I want the white clamps. I'm gonna get out. We went and bought yeah, we went to Walmart and bought clothespin clamps, and they were not very expensive because this will save me so I can use more clamps. But see, they fit on there really well, and I know she's not going to unroll on us. Oh, I need to do that a little different. Okay, hang on. This actually needs cut down just a tiny bit.
How much?
Oh, a couple inches maybe. Let me redo this. Let him cut off a couple inches. But since I have the box, I wanted to clamp this really sturdily. And I don't want to use all my clamps because I use this. Okay. I just want it to barely fit in. Yeah. So clamp her down. Clamp her down. There we go. She is clamped down, and now she can go into the box where she will wait, because I also have to just. That's fine. Oh,
I can't close it.
okay. Then give me the one then. Where's that one metal one?
I think if you've used it somewhere, I think.
Okay, hang on. You know, this is chaos. This is the chaos we live. We're just making it up as we go, folks.
Babe, can we use?
I was looking for that one metal clamp,
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
and it's in a bag. Pardon us while we search. Oh, here it is. It's down here.
Well, I was gonna ask, can we use this just to tape on the border?
Oh, no.
On the border?
I was just going to close it completely. Here's this. We got one of these.
It's for 10 awnings.
Yeah. Now that should fit in the box. Hopefully. Yes. Just do the side flaps.
Nope.
No?
I won't be able to close it all the way.
Okay. All right.
Let's see, it's if I did the. So if I do the. So if I do it, that's as far as it closes.
Okay. Try to. Oh, now we're trying this. We're determined. I don't want to use the metals. We're determined, folks. Where there's a will, there's a way, and if there's a way, there's a will.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yes. Okay. Because I have plastic clamps, which these are okay if you have like metal clamps with it. These are my extras that if I'm working a huge project, I can always fall back on these. So yeah, we have different size of batch clips. We got batch clips and clamps and everything else all around here. So, with that, all right, this is all done. Everything's done. Everything's put away. And now I get to do a kidding up video. I don't know which one it's gonna be yet. But I think I only have 2 to choose from, so I am going to go get me a much needed drink. And then I will be back and see what I'm gonna get up. Love you guys. Where? There we go. Love you guys. Hugs and kisses. We're not professional, folks. We just love to have fun. Bye. Say bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.